The answer's simple. Pound into your kid's head their own self-worth, not the opinions of others. They'll be a happy person their whole life. The problem is most parents aren't acting that way.
I just came from Canada, so I am an immigrant in Canada. I'm Brazilian, and my son listens to your podcast every day. He's 9 years old. My daughter also.
Sorry about the cursing.
Yeah, 11 years old. So I asked him, what do you want to say to Gary Vee? He said, say to him that I love him. Then he's awesome, and I'm sorry, and you are so fun. I really love you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. And why I'm shaking, because as an immigrant, as you know, I'm living in Canada for 13 years now, and I suffer a lot. It was terrible, even for my children that was born there, and even for them, just to eat Brazilian food at the school was very scary, and my daughter was bullied because of that. So my question is, what can I, as a mom, do for my kids?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being so sweet.
And I need a photo, please.
Yes, you can have a photo. So I think business and parenting have a lot of similarities. So when I hear those kind of stories, and I'm sure, how many people here are parents? Raise your hands. So for all the hands that just went up, you know how challenging it is. Like, you can have common sense everywhere else, but when it's your kids, it's hard to maintain it. But I believe that self-esteem is the ultimate cure to everything. And I think most parents go on defense when their kids are hurting instead of offense. So when their kids are bullied, they want to go fight the school. They want to go fight the parent of the kid. It's defense. For me, as somebody who was bullied, because I was a Soviet immigrant in America in my childhood when the Soviet Union was the enemy. There was plenty of shit. I mean, if you can zoom in, I've got goosebumps. It was a very challenging time. But what my mom did was she went insular. It was offense. It was me and her in my own head, hearing nothing else. By the time I was in high school, I couldn't hear anybody else. It didn't matter. By the way, both pro and con. So for me, I think the thing you can do is beat into their head about them, not about the people in Montreal or Toronto or Canada. It's not about them. It's about yourself inside your own head, your own self-worth. And you have to pound it. A lot of parents here are like, oh, easy to say, but when their kids are you're right. But it's no different than working out and eating healthy. It's no different than make content and put it on all the platforms. The answer's simple. Pound into your kid's head their own self-worth, not the opinions of others. They'll be a happy person their whole life. The problem is most parents aren't acting that way. So it's hard for them to give advice that they don't even feel themselves. But that is the answer. You're welcome.